right, time for some more testing to Swedish Nationals, the tournament that's upcoming for me soon. Hopefully, or probably, you're going to look at this video after the tournament due to me not really having time to edit before I go there with all the testing I need to do. Today we're gonna try out Abzan Depths. I'm trying some different depths variants to kind of decide which one I'm going with. This is the 61 that I'm going to try out main deck. So what's the reason for going Abzan instead of just regular green-white? You lose the flex slots in your mana base because you need to add some black sources. I tend to go with 2 Bayous and 1 Scrubland when adding the black splash. It's a little bit more heavy than when I play Naya, and the reason for that being that I tend to want to play Thoughtseize in the board, and that I need more turn 1 black sources. I also always want to have access to the 5th fetch land when I play a splash color, either that or the 4th Mox Diamond, but I tend to go with the 5th fetch land. So the mana is a little bit more constrained. We're playing a little bit more lands than usual. We're up to 30 lands depending on how we tried the Dryad Arbor. In the green-white list, I'm usually at 28, 29. What does the black splat give us outside of the mana base? Well, it gives us main deck Orcish Bowmasters. I'm a little bit unsure exactly how good that card is right now, and that's one of the reasons that I want to test out the Abzan a little bit before heading to Borås to play the tournament. Orcish Bowmasters is good at picking off small creatures, but does it help us in the games where I feel that we're struggling? In the games where I feel that we're struggling is the Nadu matchup, and it's also the Eldrazi matchup. So we'll see a little bit on where the Bowmasters fit in there. I can see a situation where it doesn't do that well in the Eldrazi matchup, but it's good in the Nadu matchup. So we'll see a little bit where we end up with that in the end. I also always like to play a Grist in the 76 when I play Abzan. This time I've opted to play it main deck, but sometimes I play it on the board as well. And then if we look at the board, we have 3 Thoughtseizes. Today I'm also trying out the Toxicrene from the Warhammer set for the Eldrazi matchup specifically. If we're able to stem the bleeding on the early threats, we can close the game with Toxicrene. What this list is missing is removal. Usually I like to play 2 to 3 extra removal spells in the board, but I just couldn't fit it in with Thoughtseizes, so we'll need to use Thoughtseizes as removal, meaning that we'll board that in games where we usually don't want to have access to Thoughtseize to kind of pick their sticky threats. For the Eldrazi matchup, for example, I usually want to board in a couple of Path to Exiles or other removal spells that I'm using. Now I'm probably going to board in some Thoughtseizes to kind of get their early plays, so Toxicrene can come down and close the game for us. We'll see where we end up with this. I'm not 100% happy with the list. I want to say that here in beforehand, but there are some cards here I want to test out, so I'm going to take it for a spin. So I'll see you for game 1. All right, we're paired for game 1, and we have what looks like a keep. Turn 1 Reclaimer into something else. Facing up against Cradle Control. We had a game against Cradle Control yesterday. It's a hard matchup for both sides, I guess. The fetch here makes me want to go for basic forest to be a little bit wasteland proof. It's bad against if we draw our Bowmasters because that's our only black source, but we're probably gonna play Flagstones turn 2 anyway and keep some stuff up there. We can grab our sources from there. Main deck Plague Engineer or something like that would be sweet here. Of course we don't have that. All right, we're at least gonna get to ramp. We'll see what they play. I have the white. That's a card that's a little bit annoying. Why didn't they attack there? Is it do they have an endurance? Maybe. We'll we'll continue to grab the basics here. And then we're going to grab another flagstones as well. We can play out the bog. All right, let's not play out the bog. Let's instead go and get Sylvan Safekeeper. Safekeeper is good in the game. They usually just play Snuff out, but it's still good to have protection up from that. But we're gonna face an active white now. That's a little bit annoying. Let's see if it's the combo-centric version with Hex Mages or not. That's a lot of Exalted triggers. Yeah, we'll take it. And in the end step, we're going to get rid of the flagstones. Here we're gonna out black as our splash color, and then we'll get we'll get the Thespian stage here. Start building up towards the combo. Oh, that's a good card. So here we can make a protected Merit Lage. We can start wastelanding. I like going for a protected Merit Lage. We just need to tap out of the white. We'll see. We can take a hit more without risking the biscuit. But otherwise they're going to sack a creature and go for... Alright, natural order. Is it the hasty thing that's unfortunately going to get us? Yeah, that's the natural order way. Let's see, we don't have anything that gets us out of this, do we? Let's see. We can get rid of 11 damage, and then we can block. We're still a little bit off here. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll let them attack, and then we'll take it from there. Do the math afterwards. Yeah, no, we're dead here. But I guess that we can at least, let's see. Go for that. No, wait, no, I did it the wrong way anyway. I wanted to untap it there, but yeah, that was just wrong in all directions. It wouldn't be enough. I was still a mana short. I was thinking about if I could go for the Talon Gates as well, but I can't, so we'll just concede here. Go to sideboard. We have the Path to Exiles. I said in the Dech Tech that we didn't have any removal, but we have the Path to Exiles. Kind of forgot about those. We have the Endurances. Gaddock turns off Natural Order. We'll get rid of the Insidious Fungi, and get rid of Caracas and hope that they don't have the legendary Atraxa. Or do we say that they have Atraxa? I like to keep Mox Diamonds in, but just to kind of isolate against a little bit against Wasteland and give us a quick Bowmasters, but I don't think that I have any other cuts here. So I think that we'll cut the diamonds and we'll roll with it like this. I'll be on the play here. So yeah, we'll keep this, I guess. Yeah, we'll keep this. Go for a fast combo. We'll start by playing out the Safekeeper off a basic, and then we'll have crop rotation up for next turn into the combo. Let's see what they grab from the Once Upon a Time. It's a basic forest. Dismember, sure. That's okay. What out do they play to merit? Guess we'll see, because we're definitely going for it here. I mean, they could play Endurance as a blocker. I guess if they have Caracas, but they still need to draw it here. Nope, no out to that. All right, so quick combo, saved the day there. I don't know if I play Thoughtseize in this guy matchup or not. All right, we're gonna keep this. We have Swords to Plowshares into Orcish Bowmasters. Endurance has text as well. I'm gonna keep Swords up and hope to nab a white with it, and then we are gonna go into Bowmasters after that. They play a white at least. Be best for our mana. Yeah, they did. All right, so we're gonna plow that guy, and we'll play the Bowmasters, grab the Ignoble Hierarch, and then we'll see what happens. Second plow is good here. Going for a white, yeah. Just a one card left in hand. That's looking good for us. So we'll plow. And here we're not going to go for Wasteland. We're actually going to build out our mana and start utilizing our double Zenith. Next turn we'll have Endurance, or we can go for a value creature, either Ramanap or Knight of the Reliquary, a little bit depending on what they're doing. They're green sunning, and we're probably looking at keeping Knight up here. I mean endurance in that case. Let's see. We can go for Grist. I think going for Grist here is best, keeping their board empty. We even have fodder for it, so yeah, we'll do that. Hopefully we're running them out of green suns and whites. So we'll sacrifice an army token, get their white, and then hopefully we can ride it out from here. So they're going to go and attack the Grist. We're going to throw the Bowmasters in front of it. Oh, no, they want to play anymore. All right, so kind of ran them out of whites and resources. They had a little bit too many dorks in the last game, but that's a good start to the league. Let's go to the next game. All right, we're on the play for game number 2, and we have a keep. We're going to go Reclaimer off a Savannah to be able to go Bowmasters turn 2. I don't like exposing myself to a wasteland, but it's okay, a little bit more okay when we have a Reclaimer out. All right. This is interesting. So basic planes could be Death and Taxes, could be some control pile, could be some breakfast variant. I think getting a Reclaimer out is the right play here. Now we have the possibility to protect it with crop rotation, but we'll only do that if they don't show us that they have blue in their deck, because this is a bad situation to get that one countered. All right. Yeah, now we're kind of forced to do this here. Let's see, we can go off a Bayou and then just go and get another Savannah, or we go and get a Flagstone's probably better. All right, Bobble. So here we're tempted to go for a Knight. I don't really know what we're facing up against yet. We can also have our Reclaimer protected with Plow up as an option and Bowmasters as well. Yeah, we'll build out our mana for one more turn and then we'll go for Knight next turn. And to get an understanding for what our opponent is on before committing even further. But basic lanes, this could be the mirror as well. Let's see. All right, it's Death and Taxes or some Death and Taxes variant. Let's see if they go for Formal Wear or if they go for Cauldron. Phantom Blade. Let's say when Phantom Blade enters, attach it up to a creature, destroy up to one target creature. Yeah, that sounds nice. It costs a little bit, so that means that we're plowing and activating Reclaimer. Here we're of course tempted to set up the combo as well. We're tempted to set up the combo. The problem is that they have 5 cards in hand. They play cards like Solitude and they have Plows and stuff like that. Although I do think that of course they didn't go for the Plow. Yeah, so I think that this is a bad situation to go for the combo. So we're gonna Plow. I'm gonna grab another Flagstones and Savannah, and then we'll untap and we'll see where we take it from there. But we'll be able to have Bowmasters up, we'll be able to have the Reclaimer activation up, and then we'll just build out our mana. Alright, so let's start with Plowing the Mystic, and then we'll activate the Reclaimer, sacking the Flagstones, going for a Savannah, and going for second Flagstones. Fungus is interesting. I just remember that they can't go for the white endurance because they have Vexing Bobble up. We can of course crack it. We're probably going to crack it soon. That's the Ghost Quarter. We'll continue building out our mana. Leave a basic or 2 in the deck for the Ghost Quarter. And then here we will grab Yavimaya, fix so we're good with the green. Alright, I think it's time for the Knight. And then we might as well play out the Fungus as well. So we'll have both Fungus, Reclaimer, and Bowmasters up. And then we'll go for cracking the Bobble now. In the end step, we'll probably go for Reclaimer activation. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking that they might have. Let's see if they have anything they can get value from here. Here, it's good that we have the Phasing Land, Talon Gates. So if they're trying to get multiple activations of Failure, we can get rid of whatever they're trying to do for us. I think that if we get to untap with Knight, we're looking good. So saving the Knight might be one of these things that we want to do. Problem is that they have 5 cards in hand, and that's a lot of cards. So getting having to untap with Knight isn't a given. If this is Skyclave, we're gonna try to save the Knight at least by phasing it out pre-from aware. And yeah, I don't really see. Let's see, when pre-form aware. So they want me to block. I'll destroy it in response. And then we do the double block, I guess. Oh, and then we begin. All right, so Path to Exile comes in. Oof. All right, so Oofy. They're probably a Vile deck, so we'll bring in Collector Oof. Here I'm looking a little bit at Thoughtseize as well. We'll see how many spaces we have. Pre-form aware and the other equipment gets destroyed by Force of Vigor. I don't like Force of Vigor if it's a dead card. I'll take out the Endurance, although it can block jump in front of Thalia, although it's good against the thing that destroys the lands. I'm not sure. So Mox Diamonds are really good or really bad if they get blinked. The Bog, I think I can take that one away with good conscience. I'm not sure about the Bowmasters. I don't think they have that many X ones, so we'll side that one out as well. Maybe we'll fit in one Force of Vigor and 2 Thoughtseizes. We'll try it like that. Let's see, why did I bring in Teague? I don't know why I brought in Teague. Teague will have to stay out, and we'll do 3 Thoughtseizes. Yeah, we'll do like that. We'll test it out. The only bad thing with Thoughtseize now is that we're taking away some of the black sources, and we generally don't want to fetch duels early in the game. But we'll see. We can try and reconfigure it a little bit and for the other games. All right, let's see if Thoughtseize is good. No Tabernacle in this deck. I just realized I've been playing Tabernacle in these kind of decks lately. Double Thoughtseize though. We'll go off a Bayou, see what we can nab. All right, so the Flute, pre-form aware. Well, it needs to be Thalia here. Thalia. It's okay if they wasteland us because we have a lot of mana. It's just bad that we need to use the crop rotation for nabbing pre-form aware. If they don't use wasteland here though, it's okay. So let's grab, we should have played the land first there. Now they get a free wasteland. All right, Disruptor Flute. What do they name? Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, that's okay. We'll take the pre-form aware and we will play out a Heath. Move ourselves up towards the combo Witch Enchanter and Plains right now. That's a good card. We're kind of already susceptible to wasteland, so we're going to grab a scrubland here. We'll play the fungi, and then we'll destroy the vial. Although it hasn't generated, what is this Thalia now? Hasn't generated any value from them yet, so it's just a 1-for-1 there, but we're a little bit scared of it. Sure. You wasteland us. We have plenty of where those lands came from. Caracas makes the merit plan a little bit harder. Wasteland makes the merit plan viable again. So here we're going to go to their upkeep to see if they want to do anything in their end step that we need to manage. We can, for example, bounce Thalia with our own Caracas. Otherwise, we are going to copy their plains with our Thespian stage to make it wasteland proof and slowly build ourselves up to the combo. And that's Caracas. All right, so we can go for the combo, but it would be unprotected, so we'll play out Caracas, make ourselves doggy proof, see what they grab with the Mystic. Here we can do the ramp trick as well with Talon Gates. So we're going to ramp out the combo. Lion Sash, yeah, that's okay. So we're going to ramp out the Talon Gates so we can go for a protected Merit Lage. Phase out the Lion Sash, I guess. Oh no, we can't go for it protected. I don't have 2 crop rotations. And now I have the Echoing Depths in hand as well, so that won't do. Let's see. 1 card in hand, 2 cards. 2 cards. We don't know any of them. I still guess that we go for it here. We're not going to get a better position. We'll go for Dark Depths. And then we have the step in hand, so we'll see if that's good enough. Let's see if they're able to draw an out. How much life can they gain? Oh, this doesn't gain any life. That's Scavenging Ooze. So that's a good card. That means that we continue playing the game. Now they're eating our combo pieces out of our graveyard, so Deeps is a little bit worse. See if they get the Thespian stage as well. They should get the Thespian stage as well. Yeah, that's good. Well done, opponent. Well, if they didn't draw either Solitude or Recruiter, whichever it was, we would have won that. So that's not too bad. We're missing a mana here. We're missing a mana. No, we're not. I just need to tap it in the right way. Come on. So this isn't a permanent answer, but it kind of puts it in a little bit of a stalemate at least. I mean, a removal here, and Grist is going to be gone. Both at Grist, yeah. We'll block it. Okay, they're putting everything there. Sure. I'll grab a forest. That's a stage. That's interesting. Hope we don't mill the depths here. No, we didn't. So now they can equip Lion Sash to the white Orchid Phantom and kill the Grist. A fetch land there would have been sweet. An untapped fetch land. Could have killed something. And if they have anything here, we'll see what happens. Yeah, they reconfigure there. They kill the Grist, which is of course not fun, but at least we've gotten some mileage out of it. Bought a couple of turns. We're still alive towards the combo. I mean, they've already attached Lion Sash to the creature that we wanted to get rid of. But, well, no, they have quite a quick clock. But at least we're protecting our graveyard now. Do we play the Deeps and get Wasteland? Or do we keep the Deeps? Yeah, we play the Deeps and get a Wasteland. Now we have 3 turns to find something. We just need something to get the trail rolling. This is something that can get the trail rolling. Do we think that they have more answers to the combo here? So if we think that they have answers to the combo, we want to give us some other way to protect it. We can wait until their end step to go for it if we want to go for it. We don't have that much more from... All right, yeah, that's okay. Containment Priest is also 1 less white card in the hand for an eventual Solitude. Do we trade off with the Containment Priest? Yes, we do. That gives us Green Sun as a good draw as well. And it also incentivizes them to play Preform Aware if they have that. All right, let's see what they attack here. So we'll go for Crop Rotation, get ourselves some Dark Depths, and then we can wait till the end step to activate it. All right, so let's say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Are we dead on the backswing? Because that target card from the graveyard was a permanent card. Put it out. So we are dead on the backswing, right? Let's see. They have 8 right now. 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, not if we waste their white source. So, well, unless they have a white source in hand. But I think that we go for that here. We're not going to win this game unless we take game actions. We'll keep the land in hand to bluff that we have something. No, I can't count. Of course, we're dead. I can't count. Yeah, we're dead in so many ways. Let's see what our draw would have been. Yeah, that would have been a good draw, but we would have been dead. All right. Did we see anything here that makes us want to change the way that we boarded? Maybe we bring in one more Force of Vigor. So many juicy targets. Maybe Force of Vigor is just better than the Oof. We have the Fungus to... So we bring in one more Force of Vigor. Otherwise, we go out there. I'll start. Of course, we're getting a bad hand here. No green mana. So we'll mulligan this. Green mana, but no good green mana. We'll mulligan this. Yeah, we need to keep this in happy. Bottom a Heath and a Wasteland. I just don't think going to 4 is better there. Yeah, that's okay. We'll attack. Second Wasteland here would be bad for us, of course. But if we can dodge that, we at least we're in the game. And we're going to start recouping our mulligans. I don't think keeping an extra land there would be good. Okay, Caracas. No, not the Reclaimer. Yeah, that's not the Reclaimer. But it puts us in kind of an interesting position because now suddenly we're interested in destroying the Vial. But I do think that we can wait with destroying the vial for one turn. We have a plow with a vial in a mom, and we really want to go and get our mana up under us. So do we activate Reclaimer? Yeah, we need to activate Reclaimer. We're going to waste our Savannah. That's okay. We'll get a Flagstones. If they want to waste our Savannah, they should do it now. If they want to continue playing that game. Unfortunately, right now, it's the game that's good. But if I draw land, it's not that good for them. I didn't draw land, but I drew something else. Devastating now would be the flying thing that exiles, but I still don't think it's a good position to 2-for-1 yourself here, especially in the case that they have a land. But this is kind of the position you're losing to. They have 7 cards in hand. It's not looking that good. Is it the Flying Phantom? It is the Flying Phantom, but it's just destroy, so it's not exile. That's always something. Let's see. They didn't destroy it. Of course they didn't. So this tells me that they have Flage. Do we just use our swords here? Yeah, let's just use our swords here, and then because if we hit the land here, did not hit the land. Let's see if they pile it in. That's Stoneforge. All right, what are you getting? Lion Sash here, maybe? If it's Lion Sash, I'm happy. If it's the other equipment, I'm not that happy. But I guess that we could kind of, let's see, when enters the battlefield, attach it. We'll see if this works in the way that I think it will, or if it works in another way. The way I think it will is that if it doesn't attach, it won't destroy a target creature, but we'll see. We'll exile or we're destroying it before it gets to... I'm gonna blink the Stoneforge. We're gonna recruit for Solitude and exile Reclaimer. No, for Fall, yeah, that's good as well. Oh, it did. Yeah, I guess it remembered the target thing there. All right, so we've learned how that works. Well, hello. Land. Let's get another Reclaimer out on the battlefield and attack with our Fungus. Unfortunately, they're going to get to start blinking a lot here. And that's always unfortunate. We'll see what we need to do with phasing and stuff like that, depending on the targets that they choose. But I would prefer to not get recruited to death here. Do we take the double block? Always a good question. Flicker Wisp. Okay, what's the target? So I guess we'll have to respond here. Get a scrub land. And then I guess that do we protect ourselves against one recruiter, or do we... Containment Priest is also really bad here. Well, not really. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I guess we protect ourselves by phasing out the dog. And then if we have Containment Priest here, it's looking grim. Well, at least that's something working for us. Interesting. Unfortunately, the doggies phased out, otherwise that would have been a great target for the Grist that I think that we're gonna get here. Do we have anything else outside of Grist? Well, they had Caracas up, so that wouldn't be good. No, let's go and get Grist. Because if they had Containment Priest, they would have played it last turn, yeah. Now, there are too many good targets here to go for, but we'll get the Flicker Wisp, because that's kind of the obvious one. And then we'll keep some blockers back, so they need to make some kind of choices at least on how to proceed. You're gonna start going after our lands, or it's the next land, the Slash. That can be equipped, making blocks harder. Let's see, what's the equipment cost? It costs 2. They can make it a 4/4 double block. We're flickering Recruiter, getting Solitude. I'll take the block. At least they need to return it here. And then we'll see what we get with Recruiter. Yep, that's Solitude. 3 cards in hand. Witch Enchantress was one of them. That's sad. All right, Wasteland. That's interesting. So we'll start with milling. And then I think it's Do we think the lion sash will kill us here? No, the flickering is what will kill us. We'll waste their Caracas. Then we'll keep fungus up for destroying the sash if they make any kind of actions to go and get that one. So now we get the dog down and they'll eat that. Yeah, we need to go for the sash, otherwise we will not be long of this world. And they're gonna blink, start to really produce some nasty stuff. We'll block the dog, and then we'll see what they get with the blink here. Get another Stoneforge. Oh, that's a good card. It's gonna be dead because they're probably gonna get Solitude, but we're gonna play it. Or they'll just go for something with Stoneforge. What do you have left to get? Preformal wear? Oh, Caldra, of course. Ramen up, you say. Let's play you. And let's get a Wasteland. So now we can phase out the token. I wonder if the equipment stays when you phase... No, we can't phase out the token. So we'll block. They'll get Preformal wear, I guess. We'll get the... Do we get the Wasteland? We can actually, if we get Swedish Depth and then we Wasteland the Swedish Depth, we can get in with the Knight. We'll get the Swedish Depth. Pro white. We have a multi-line turn here. They got the Lion Stash. That's probably smart. Let's play a Savannah. Let's play a second Knight. We're gonna go after our graveyard now. We're gonna go for a Wasteland. Fortunately, we'll go for a Wasteland here. We'll attack with a Knight. All right, let's see if our plan works. We can also go for the Lage here. Now we need to respond to that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to play fast as well. Should have Wastelanded. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably the game. Too bad. Yeah, that's too bad because they have the Ghost Quarter up there as well. Let's see if we... let's just... Yeah, I think there was a way for us to win that game there. It just went too fast for us. All right, we might get this on time as well. Yeah, we played to the clock there in the end. That's the way it is. I think our opponent would have had it. I had the line there with blinking, but it's just because of the clock, because they would probably just have gone for it the turn after as well. But what I should have done, of course, is that I should have wasted the Ghost Quarter and then gone for Merit. But you know, it was a stressful match in the end. Great play from the opponent. Unfortunately, the clock decided in the end. But yeah, we'll move to the next game. All right, we won the die roll for game number 3. Here we have a hand that does not do enough. So we'll mulligan that. Turn 3 isn't good enough. I keep these kind of hands. We're going to bottom Green Sun Senate. And then we'll go turn 1 Reclaimer. I'm keeping... This is also a trick with the Abzan Splash because it's probably not right to keep the Mox Diamond there. But me having a Bowmasters in hand makes me want to have access to a black source. We'll see what kind of game this is. All right, it's that kind of game. Well, that's about as good as it can get. Here we play around days for 1 turn at least, and keep the Bowmasters up. We could trick here. Not really sure that they're... All right. Frog is sad. Well, we'll play the Bowmasters because it's what we have. At least it will be mildly annoying. Do we play into days if we don't draw land? Depends on what we draw. Seems like opponent has a force of will and is thinking if they want to face the Bowmasters or not. I'm good that we, feels good that we queued into this matchup. I'm not sure if it's the Reanimator version or if it's the other version. All right, yeah, that kind of settles it. Or if it's the good stuff tempo version. But they'll daze us here. That's okay. Or I don't like it, but I can't do that much about it. I still think we need to jam here. They're going to start to pull ahead with the frog. And we have another knight in our hand, so I think that we make the play that we had there. Okay, we know that they have a Underground Sea in their hand now. Murktide, okay, this is not the reanimator version. Well, at least we can play around days. And I tapped the mana wrong. Alright, let's try that let's try that one more time. Get the knight into play. Probably not fast enough, but we have merit next turn if they don't have any way to interact for it. Fetch land push gets us here. We're not going to block the frog. They can discard their hand, pump their team down to 10. If they find a wasteland, we don't have the combo unless we find a wasteland. That's also a way to go about it. This should slow the game down a little bit at least. Do we go for the step here? Their out is Brazen Borrower. The plow makes it a little bit more tempting. I don't think sitting here staring down the opponent will get us anywhere, so we're gonna go for the step. Give it pro blue. Yep. There could be an argument for playing it out a little bit more there, but I think going for the step is okay. Work there at least. So, question. Is endurance good in the game? Maybe. We'll see. So we're going to bring in the paths at least. What don't we like here? We can take away a Caracas. I like to board out some amount of Moxes here as well. Both that I don't like to get them bounced, but also they're quite bad top decks. What are they going to bring in against us from a graveyard perspective? It's going to be either Unlicensed Hearse or Ghost Vacuum, so we'll keep the fungus in. Crop Rotation is also one of these cards that I tend to want to board out in blue matchups, but not the ones that play with Wasteland. Maybe the endurances aren't good enough. I mean, the only thing they do is that they prolong the inevitability of a Murktide. I think that keeping one in is good enough for that, because they won't be able to get the frog. Do we even keep one in, or do we just go in with the Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize are bad top decks here as well. Okay, we need to think of this a little bit as the Delver matchup, so I think that we'll keep one endurance in and 2 Mox Diamonds. We'll go in like that, and then we'll see if they have the Borrower in against us. They do have the Borrower in against us, but we'll start like this. Yeah, this is a keep. We'll go basic Forest, Reclaimer into Daze, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, now we'll definitely go basic Forest, Reclaimer into Daze. Might have the push as well. We'll see. The Frog is probably the worst of the options. Speak it into the existence and it will come. We'll move this one on slowly from here. Work ourselves up to Green Sun for Grist. Dismember. Can we get a Flagstones? Maybe we should have gotten a Yavimaya and went for multiple Reclaimers. Can be a green mana short for what I want to do next turn. Tamio as well. Yeah, maybe Yavimaya was the goose, but if they have a Wasteland, we're royally screwed in that case. Should I have protected my Reclaimer? I'm not sure that I should have done that. Alright, green source. That's not a green source, but it's okay. Alright, let's see. Thoughtseize, sure. Take whatever you want to. I have multiples of everything. Unfortunately, I'll see the Dark Depths here. But what I want to do is go for the Safekeeper next turn and have Reclaimer up for... to do that, I need to hit a source. Otherwise, it's probably Green Sun for Dryad Arbor to ramp. When does Tamio ultimate? We went for the Green Sun, probably smart. Took back Dismember, probably smart as well. We don't have that much life left. Is there any way I can punish that? Green source here needs... We need a green source here. That's not a green source, but it's a good card. So if we Green Sun for Sylvan Safekeeper, Green Sun for Sylvan Safekeeper, and then we play the Dark Depths because they know about the Dark Depths, they don't know about the Thespian stage, and then we see if we can go for the combo. Wasteland destroys us. We're gonna get draw 2 cards. 6 cards in hand already. That's a lot of cards. That's the Wasteland. I still think that that was the best option that we had. But if they waste us here, we'll just play Ramen up and then get the Dark Depths back. Now they're getting frisky with their all animals. That's good, I guess. Get the planes. Maybe we just should have left it die. We could have. That's good. That's good. But is it good enough? All right, so they went for the scrub land. That means we go for Reclaimer. Oh no, not the days. Could have played around the days. Not could have played around the days. We should have played around the days. Now if they kill the Safekeeper, so they can kill the Safekeeper here anyway. So we might as well just deny them a card draw. Wasteland is their out here and they can rebuy a cantrip to find it. Well, it's not Wasteland, isn't their out. They probably have us anyway. All right. Let's see if you have some way of bouncing the thing or addicting the thing. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. So we won't. I think we're dead here, but we'll see. At least we can see some more of their deck. And we're dead. Yeah, that went quick, a little bit too quick. So on the play, we can bring in Thoughtseizes as well. We'll take out the diamonds completely. I didn't see anything that wants us to keep the fungus in, so they'll probably have it for game 3, but I'm moving on with this. And then we, unfortunately, we're going to have a hard time finding the black source, but I still think that this is correct. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 turn 1 black sources, and then we have some additional in Bog and Talon Gates for turn 2. And so turn 2 might be good enough. It's the frogs that we want to get rid of. All right, let's start the game 3 and see. Well, now we brought in the Thoughtseize. We're going to keep this hand and we'll see if it paid off. Ponder, Brainstorm, Murktide. So Brainstorm changes the hand the most. Force on the Senet is going to be hard for us. Murktide will be something eventually. Now we'll take the Force of Will because we need to do the Senet on turn 2. We're going to see Ponder. They're going to get a lot of looks at the cards that they want. See if they shuffle. No, they do not. That's bad for us. Probably a frog in our future, or a Force of Will, or a Daze. We'll see. Or a push. There's a lot of options, and they are all bad for us. Bloodstained Mire, fetching it directly. So it's a frog. No, it's a Ponder. Oh, they didn't want the card that was one down there. Okay, maybe they just kept cantrip. In that case, I think it's looking a little bit better because we're gonna be able to keep some multiple layers of protection up. Let's see. Tempting to go for the combo this turn, but we're not. Are we? We can bog them to prevent them from Murktiding. With the combo in hand, I think that's okay. Do we play around Stifle? I mean, I don't think there's anything to lose going for it on our turn, so we'll do that. Get a scrub land, get a bog, target them with a bog. It'll make Murktiding a little bit more annoying for them. Push. Yeah, we'll try to save it. Yeah, well, that's not fun. Maybe we should have played around the days, or yeah, of course we should have played around the days. That's looking in hindsight, but that's kind of the squeeze that they put them in. I don't want the Murktide. Maybe we should just let them have the Murktide because we had the plow open. Now we need to 2-for-1 ourselves. All right, we'll play the stage there at least. Do we care if they get to draw? Yeah, I guess they have to do that. We don't have any choice. They have a Brainstorm in hand, so I shouldn't have tapped out a double white there. Just letting them draw like this is not good for us either. All right, let's path. With pathing them, getting a basic will allow us to copy the basic with Thespian Stage, making us kind of wasteland proof. Well, not wasteland proof, but wasteland resilient. Frog, now we'll play around days. We have Talon Gates to buy us a turn here from something. Murktide, something Murktide. I was thinking about sandbagging the step. We might need to play that out if we want to keep Talon Gates up. Well, we'll fire it and we'll see what we're facing. Brainstorm to hide some of the cards. Nethergoyf Days. Well, we'll be taking a Nethergoyf. And then we'll buy ourselves a turn with Talon Gates. Or we have many turns, but we'll buy ourselves some life because we're coming to the stage where whatever we we draw, it's going to cost mana. We can't just sit with Talongate's mana up for the rest of the game. They might have hardcast Force of Will here. Now it's looking grim. Yep, look at my step. It's a beautiful step. Some might claim it's the most beautiful step of them all. All right, let's see. Endurance is not going to do what we want it to do, but we'll see if they either if they have removal or if they have force. I would guess that they have a Force of Will. I think they hid that with the Rainstorm, and they know our hand, of course, so they know that it's if they force here, they win. Yeah, that's a Force of Will. Concede that game. Good games. All right, time for round 4. We're gonna start with a hand that we are going to keep. No white mana, but we have a turn 1 play, and we're gonna play it. And then turn 2, either Green Sun or a Bog to be able to Bowmaster. We have a couple of... Oh no, not Cascade. I don't remember how to... I usually had some stuff to help against Cascade. Let's see. They can't win against Wastelands, I think is... I don't misremember. They can't win against Wastelands. They can't win against GWx. Outside of that, I don't remember if they drew cards. So Bowmaster was a good card or not, but we'll play Yavimaya. Unfortunately, we can't get both a Wasteland and the other thing. Yavimaya is actually giving them mana as well, which isn't optimal, but we will get rid of the Yavimaya soon. Let's get it rolling. They're on Emrakul and Trickery, and I don't really know what's happening here. I just wish that I had the, yeah, we'll cast that. Yeah, Cascade is one of these really crappy matchups. Nice Emrakul. I guess we exile this stuff here. I don't think it'll do anything. We'll look a little bit on the deck, but I think that we are dead now because they get to untap, and we'll just see if we hit a Caracas or something like that. Well, if it wasn't summoning sick, we would hit a Caracas there. We also want them to have their fun. That's why you play Cascade. It's because you like to do this. Please demonstrate. Let me do something fun. All right. That was fun enough. Let's go to the next one. I want to concede. Yes. Begin the sideboard. All right. GWx, get in here. Dampening Sphere, you get in here. Finally, a matchup for the Dampening Sphere. Toxic Crane is interesting. It slows them down. I think that's what we need to do because there's not that much else we can do. We'll get rid of the Swords to Plowshares. The Bowmasters do nothing. The Reflexes do nothing. The Safekeeper does nothing. Endurance, no, you're not good. Grist, you're not good. You see where I'm going with this. We're going to need to bring some bad cards in here as well. Of the bad cards, which ones do we want? We want the ones that pressure. Bowmasters at least pressures a little bit. Safekeeper pressures a little bit. Not that much. It's a turn 1 play. So let's see. We could keep Path in to ramp ourselves. That's a viable option. After facing 2 decks in the beginning that are kind of good matchups, we're okay. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can of course lose depending on what our opponent has brought in to mess with us. We'll discard that one now because of stuff. So let's see. Because they must have some way of removing hateful permanents, otherwise you wouldn't play this deck. Fast Merit or Denial? Well, that's Denial. Let's continue denying, and then after that we'll start. All right, Cascade. So we'll copy our Wasteland, then we'll waste the double mana, and we'll begin sideboarding. Yeah. With that in thought that they might have something, and we need to protect our Teague as well. So let's bring back the Reflexes, and let's just take away a Bowmasters. So if they have some kind of removal fatigue, we're gonna try to combat that. And then we do a good mulligan decision here. The good mulligan decision here is no ramp. We have a wasteland into nothing, so we mulligan this. This is also not good. We'll mulligan. All right, here we have Teague at least, so we'll keep this. Bottom the deeps, bottom the Thespian stage, and hope that we get a turn 2. Best draw here is fetch land or another black source. Well, best draw here is probably Mox Diamond. Dampening Sphere is also relevant interaction, but we might be dead here. We'll see. Maybe we should have gone down to 4, but here we have like, okay, yeah, that's something that you can do. Unfortunately, we did not bring in any way of doing that, so we need to get one more man out before we can play our hate pieces. The best hate piece here being Dampening Sphere, I guess. Well, Emrakul is a nice card. Caracas here, and yeah, we're not going to cast this here because then it's going to be countered. No, not one more. Why are you doing this to me? Well, that's a card at least. All right, so I guess playing Dampening Sphere here is the right play. And then we'll slowly work ourselves up to the combo. I should have attacked last turn. I should be at 5, not 10. Dampening Sphere prevents double mana. I'm sorry, but it's going to prevent your lands from tapping for double mana. All right. Green Sun. We can't play Green Sun because then we will die. So we need to send a turn. I think we're dead anyway, but because we have no way to produce blockers here. All right, so let's see. We can make Merit next turn, but we can only block one of them. So do we block both of them now and rip the other piece? Or is there any other way to solve this puzzle? I think that we need to, think that we need to go in and block with both of them. No, we will block with one of them. What? Oh, they fly. Of course they fly. They are angels. Well, in that case, we are dead. I didn't see flying on the top of the... I didn't see the flying on the top of the letter there. That's why I, by some reason, thought that they didn't fly. All right. Green Sun, what do you do? We have all the Endurances boarded out. We have Grist boarded out. Otherwise, we could have gone for Grist, but we would have been dead anyway. Do we have more that we can get? Ramanut doesn't do it for us. We can only go and get one of those lands. So we can Green Sun for 1, or we can play Teague. Let's see, do we have anything here? That's a good secondary plan from them. No, I don't think that we have anything that we can do. Why aren't they legendary? And Fungus doesn't do it for us. Guess we'll see if they attack with both creatures. And if they do, we are dead. 2 rough games here. The Cascade one is really, really hard. All right, let's see for next. And we're going to start this game. Here we have a hand that we're going to keep. We're going to keep the land up for plow, and if they don't plow us, well, we're going to keep land up for plow, and then depending on the matchup, we're going to Green Sun Zenith on the second turn. All right, play the Heath, pass the turn. What are we facing? Ancient Tomb deck, Painter, Red Stompy, a lot of options here, some combo. We are going to go for the Fungus. So we'll do it off a Bayou. There is an argument here for going after their land as well, but if we get a next turn, we'll do that the next turn instead. We'll get the Fungus here. See if we can disrupt their artifacts a little bit. Is it the One Ring? It is. So we're going to go after the key here. Key and Tomb. That's also interesting. All right, we'll kill off the Tomb. Then we'll destroy the key. They can get an extra activation, but it'll cost them the pedal. So just trying to limit the amount of resources that they have to work with. They're going to draw so many cards here. Yeah, this is where you want like a main deck collect roof or something like that. And there are spots and tournaments where I have played main deck collector roof, so it's not unheard of. But this game should be over. Fortunately enough, we have a sideboard plan where we can bring in a lot of cards here. Too bad we show them the black, but I still think that we needed to do that if we drew in the Bowmasters, for example. So Flesh Raker is the win con. That at least we can plow. Another Flesh Raker. Now it's going to go fast. We can plow them both though. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We are going to plow them both. Unfortunately, that gives them some more life. We'll face that little spawn out. They play tower. You can get to draw a lot of cards. You can start either wasting them or moving towards the combo. So it's not over yet. And if the Flesh Rakers are their only win con, we've at least gotten rid of 2 of them. They have 4 counters on the ring. That's a lot of counters. Now they get to untap the ring and draw even more cards. Or generate a lot of mana. Bowmasters would be a good draw here. I'm thinking of whatever it is that we can draw to get us out of here. Unfortunately, Bowmasters can't be Green Sun Sanited for. Okay, so Sanit for 3. We can go and get Grist. We can go and get Excavator. Doesn't do anything on this board. No, I think that the play here is Reclaimer Depths. And Sanit for 1. Getting some mana here. Is it GWx Command? I'll play around GWx Command by getting the Safekeeper. And then we'll play the Depths to give ourselves the out of drawing the combo. And get to make 3 spawns and remove one of the creatures. Probably going after the Safekeeper. And if they do that, I will sack the Talon Gates. Oh, I was going to do that anyway. I mean, sack the Talon Gates. If they were going after the Safekeeper, I was going to sack the Talon Gates and protect the Reclaimer for the end of the turn. So that turned out okay. But they have some chump blockers now. The only thing that they need to do now is like play a new ring, and we're kind of fresh out of outs. Now the only thing they need to do is find another Flesh Raker, and it's gonna go fast. Now they have tons and tons of mana and a second ring, yeah. So let's see, what's the play here? Mystic Forge. They found something. That's the win con. All right, do you have me? Good draws here include Swords to Plowshares. Guess Bowmasters is still okay. Oh, well, seems like we're getting another turn. Let's see. Catacombs doesn't do anything. We will play a Savannah and we'll pass the turn. We can Talon Gates to phase out the Flesh Raker. I guess that's what we're gonna do. At least that will probably get us one more turn. So they'll draw with the ring, and we'll see what happens. If they untap the ring here, that kind of says that they have another ring in hand. They just have 26 cards left in their deck as well, so it's not... Oh, there we got Saga. That's an alternate win con, but that we can wasteland at least. So we're playing the Monolith. Clean up here, discarding what? Defense Grid, yeah, that doesn't do anything. Not really the card we were looking for, but we will play it anyway. So they have Indestructible right now, so there's no... So what do we do here? We go for Wasteland or Merit. Unfortunately, we can't do the Speedy Merit. They should be able to kind of draw the rest of their deck now. Here, it would be great to have the land that gives us protection from the damage. I don't remember the name of it, but it's not in the list, so it won't help us anyway. How many rings have they gone through? They have one more ring in their deck. Do they have an Emrakul as well? They're moving up in mana at least. They're up to 13 now, and they're using a lot of it. All right, I guess this is goodbye. Well played, opponent. Well played. All right, so we want Gaddock-Teeg. We have a lot of stuff in the board for this. We have Dampening Sphere, Force of Vigors, Thought Seizes. What don't we like here? We can do without Endurance. We'll take out Ramanap. Grist isn't really good. We'll take away the Caracas. What more? Safekeeper, and or we'll keep Legolas in as removal. Now, even though we were able to stem the bleeding a little bit with the Swords of Plowshares, I don't think that we'll win the match where we keep those in. And then we'll take away the Knights. We're going to keep the 2 plows in because the constructs. Do they play any basics? If they don't play any basics, Paths to Exile is better than Plow. It would be basic wastes. I don't think they play basics, so we'll bring in Path to Exile instead. So we'll have 2 paths in. Play it like this. All right, let's see. That's a mulligan. No sideboard cards. Here we have a Thoughtseize into Shenanigans. We'll keep this. I'll bottom the Savannah, the Flagstones. We'll bottom the Savannah. Yep, and we'll start with Thoughtseize, and then we'll do something with Green Sun, either turn 2 or turn 3, depending on how much we can stop with the Thoughtseize. But the play here is to go for GWx Depth if we can. All right. Yeah, that's not a hand that does that much right now, at least. We'll take the Cascade command and then either go for Teague or for Oof, depending on how this plays out. They have 4 mana on turn 2, and that's not good for us, because if they draw the ring, we're kind of screwed. But we'll see what we draw here. We drew Yavimaya, which isn't really where we want to be. I'm going to go for Flagstones here because I don't want them to have the green mana yet. They're going to have to have the green mana next turn. Let's see if they drew something. The Flesh Raker, yeah. Into Max Opal, into Lotus Petal. We're still going for Teague. And then the rest of it has to be a future problem. Wait, I didn't bring in Collect Roof. I thought I did. Good that I didn't have to think about that. If there's a next game, we know which card we are going to bring in. But the Ancient Tomb and Beseiju are the cards in hand. So they're going to start the beatdown here. That's okay. From the beginning of the next turn, we can protect Teague. Oh no, not that card. Well, at least we know how. Well, that's also good, I guess. Let's see. Is there anything we need to play around? Yes. We need to play around a channel on the land there. And with that in mind, I think, unfortunately, that we need to go for Wasteland. And we can start slow thawing the depths. All right, Fleshraker beatdowns. It would be embarrassing for our deck to lose to 2/2 beatdowns. Thoughtseize. I mean, we can't really go for... The problem here is that we can't really go for Thoughtseize. It just takes a time, turn off the clock. We're going to take a turn off their E-tier to get some more lands into play. Now, I said this was going to be to protect the Teague, but we're going to hinder what they do this turn. So I'm not sure that it would be if they play Dismember, but I think that Kozilek's command is their choice of removal. All right, the pinging will commence. Yeah, you can attack with the spawn if you want to. What if that was, the Thoughtseize was a removal there? That would be good. Come on. The step is one of these cuts. If we get a next game, we'll cut the step for for the Collect Roof that's supposed to be in the deck. All right, they'll attack with the Fleshraker. We'll remove some counters. Come on, relevant draw. That's a relevant draw. But will it be fast enough? We'll see. Kind of depends on how many low-cost artifacts they're sandbagging. Thing is, I don't want to jump with Teague. Oh, come on. Yeah. No. It's a second Fleshraker. That's typically not good. Now we're dead to a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like we're like one turn off now. The Dark Depths would have been here for us. Thing is, like, they're very likely to sit on a Kozilek's command now, and we need to jump with Gadok, so we're going to be dead to that anyway. Or they have the ring or something like that they'll just be able to play. there any way to bluff here? Can at least make them think. But like any artifact, Cascade command is going to get merit lage. Yeah, it felt like, so if we drew any action, I don't know, maybe it was the crop rotation that was the play I wasn't supposed to make. I don't know. Yeah, that'll do it. The only thing they need to do now is turn everything sideways. Yeah, it feels like that was a little bit rough. I felt like we had many turns there to draw out of it, and the only thing that we kind of needed to do is draw like a removal or just a blocker, a knight, or just a Sylvan Safekeeper, something like that, and then we would have been fine in that game. It's rough, but hey, we won one game on the clock, so it's not that you win some, you lose some. I'll be back for the wrap up. All right, so back to the wrap up. We have had 2 rough leagues now. I'll see how many leagues make it into the channel later on, but we played GWx Depths yesterday to a 1-4 finish, and now we have a 2-3 finish here. The last game we could have won. I mean, we're like a Orcish Bowmaster or a Elvish Reclaimer or just something from stabilizing there. So that one's a little bit rough. I don't know that we can do anything if we boarded in the Collect Roof there as well instead of one of the Thoughtseize or the Steps. That might have been the card that we draw there. I don't know. But it felt like that game could have gone both ways, and I think that we played it out the way that we could. Then the Cascade match, well, I'm not that worried for the Cascade matchup because it's not a deck that I think I'm gonna face. I would have liked to play out the Eldrazi match and see how that felt with the deck. Sorry, I'm gonna move the paths in here as well so we can see those. Those were kind of hidden from us in the deck picture in the beginning. And then the tempo game there. It's rough seeing the tempo decks, or it's rough seeing us struggle with the tempo deck because tempo has always been a reason to play depth-based strategies. I might have done some bad plays there. I need to go back and rewatch the recording. I don't remember if that was one of the matches where we mulliganed hard as well. But if we look at just having a little more, I mean, if it rolled a little bit more our ways, we go 4-1 in that league and not 2-3. But so I'm not gonna let that cloud my judgment. I still think that Abzan is a prime deck to use for the tournament this weekend. I have Depths left to play and my green-white Saga Depths. I'm not that sure that Depths will be a good deck to play, but we're going to try it out. And then, so I'm going to try out one deck tomorrow, and then I'm going to try out one deck on Thursday, and then after that I need to decide. Unfortunately, it's just one of those that I'm going to stream. One is in real life event, so that won't make the channel. But I'm planning to either do the Depths tomorrow or the green-white Depths. But I think that Abzan Depths and green-white Depths are the ones that are kind of the prime lists I'm looking at. Looking at this list here, I think it was good. I'm missing a threat out of the mana base. I mean, I probably should have a Tabernacle in the 76, and maybe, I don't know what I don't think that there's anything else that I can play there, but I was kind of missing something when I was going searching. I'm down to 3 crop rotations in this build, but that was okay. I don't think that I've suffered too much out of that. I mean, it all falls down to if I queue into the gate to the matches where Orcish Bowmasters are good. If I don't think Abzan is the right choice for this weekend. Thoughtseize and Grists are strong, but they're not strong enough to support the black splash without Bowmasters. But I still think that it's a strong contender. As I said, I think that the change I would make is to get Tabernacle in the deck somewhere. I'm having a hard time seeing where, and then I'd like one piece of removal more. One more Path to Exile or a Prismatic Ending or something like that. But I can't really see where I make the cuts. It would be maybe going down on one Dampening Sphere. Maybe one of the Endurances are supposed supposed to be some other kind of graveyard, anti-graveyard card, a permanent anti-graveyard card like Ghost Vacuum, or anti-graveyard card that's non-interactable with like Vermicaba. Maybe I got down 1 Force of Vigor to fit in a Tabernacle. I don't think that's wrong. And then I think, oh, the last piece of removal. But I think, yeah, I think going down 1 Force of Vigor is okay for a Tabernacle. Although Red Stompy is a prime deck right now as well, although they play Vexing Baubles, so Force of Vigor isn't that good anymore. Yeah, I have some stuff to think about, but thank you for watching through the league with me, and I'll be back with a video soon. Have a great evening, and I'll hear from you. Bye-bye.